So hello ladies, hello gentlemen, welcome to Have the Race Gone for the 24 hours for Anna, a charity event, 6 times 4 hours around the world, organized by the virtual drivers by TX3, and it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure having you all along already, you early lads, nice to see you all. I have his chinness himself, the radish, Nuksat Stokio off Apple, the dear boy's got quite many names for the early stint here in the box, in the booth, and we'll have a selection of our best community commentators bringing you through these 24 hours of racing, and plus actually a couple of hours with the small breaks in between. Let's go to some live pictures, and Apple, say hello to him.
Yes, hello everyone. Thanks again for finally having me back on the show. I know it's been a while. Yeah, glad to be back on this fantastic event that's coming up. Going to be quite a historic moment for the channel, I think, and yes, good cause as well.
Yeah, indeed, very good cause. One we believe should be supported if possible. There is a donation link in the description. There is also a link to the 24 Hours for Anna website, on which you can read more about Anna and her illness, her condition. And with that said, it is indeed going to be the longest live stream of this sort that we've done ever before. We've done 24-hour races, but we've yet to really have. I mean, the IGTL race we had last weekend, 9 hours. That was already a record. So. I see the chat's already getting warmed up as well. That's nice to see. I've been thinking I wanted to introduce a new type of thing here for this stream in particular. We're gonna have likes for Murrays. So for every 10 likes that we get, we're gonna add another Murray to the collage I've made. And hopefully it shall reveal itself as the stream goes on. Just waiting for a track switch. Oh, we're not gonna. No. This right now is just a practice session going on, and the last of the. It's an unofficial practice session held by Hybi, but it's there. Something tells me we're not getting game sound. We should be now, though.
Yep, footage is back anyway, so that's good.
It certainly is. And, well, let's just have a look at, of course, or not of course, but shamefully, we haven't been fitted with the same level of graphics. It's just my regular pleb graphics, not the absolute insane pro level stuff that we had last weekend from Aviup. But I'm gonna try to make it okay anyways. But we're covering one of 2 lobbies. It's gonna be lobby A that we will be covering the entirety of, or we're gonna attempt. Let's see how it goes, but that's the ambition. So you never know what happens. So we've got some big name teams lining up. We've got some known rocket ships of drivers on the list, on the starter list. So just going through, we've got Veloce, we've got Black Flag Racing, IGTSH, we've got a couple of TX3 teams, 3 of them actually, TX3 Simracing Store, TX3 Benjix Motors, and TX3 Cooler Master. And let's hope the Cooler Master team won't get hit by any overheating issues. No. Yellow carding myself early on. As you can see in the practice session here, we've got the Iris Racing team as well. And something actually tells me. We've got the Iris Racing team, we've got Team Mentalism, Project 1 Motorsport, of which I would expect a lot. There's some fast lads. Netso Racing America, We've got EP Racing Esports, Team Baguette, ever so serious as they are. And last entry in this lobby is Gold TR by Thrustmaster. Which teams are in which cars and so on. We will get to that later once the official lobby opens. That'll be at 4 o'clock. Just felt like it wouldn't be the worst of ideas to give us a little bit of a head start in terms of just getting going before the... let's just prolong the stuff a little bit, like it's not long enough already. Apple, this is your first endurance race stream as a commentator, or true endurance race stream as a commentator. What are your expectations?
Well, first of all, the level of competition, I'm certainly impressed when I have a look at the entry list. So it's going to be really fast-paced. I think an interesting format as well, having it split between 6 different tracks. So it could show the advantages and disadvantages of each of the different cars involved, as well as the drivers' their certain strengths. And in terms of the endurance factor, it's going to be interesting as well, because you've got to stay really consistent throughout every single race if you're going to come on to the top step of the podium by the end of it.
Well, that's a very good point, that you'll have to stay on. I haven't actually been told how the grid order is going to work. Of course, I know as much as standings, or I just expect the standings to be carried over from one race to the next. But if it's going to be like an IGTL race, like the stint races with the time gaps, or if they're going to do a grid start for each race, I'm actually not quite sure. We'll figure out, I think, as time goes on. Yes, we will be streaming Lobby A here. Could have made that a little bit clearer since it's not really said anywhere. But we are. This is just a practice lobby coming into it. So the main lobby is going up in 20 minutes time or so for qualifying. But just felt like a bit of a head start and a bit of time for the stream to roll. So we also get warmed up and get the voices warmed up for qualifying, which will, if I recall correctly, be a Super Pole session. And that's the thing I will look into. What doesn't it say here? Yeah, indeed. 1 lap qualifying, and that's to happen at 4:15. Central European time for once. Thanks for that. Much appreciated. Please keep it coming. For once not in Greenwich Mean Time. That's something we could probably be discussing all afternoon, Apple. We'll also be joined by Jimmy Narrowstraight later on. We'll be joined by his Dutchness himself, TSR Martin, who will be hopefully able to take you through the night, as I will attempt to get a little bit of sleep at some point through these 24 hours. Indeed, we do have... Oh, fence cam, as Huibi rounds it there. But it is a couple of ERT entries warming up here, and Bill Bader himself for Veloce. Bill Bader for Veloce, who is on the Lobby A Veloce team. I don't know if they have 2 teams. Actually, I'm not quite sure about that. Just having a look. No, that is the Veloce entry. I'm looking at the Lobby B. That's not a bad grid at all, either way. But this one really featuring some top names. Also some names known from the official GT Sport events. I'm not that good at remembering the real names of the drivers, but we have at least for Project 1, we have Josete and Juan Manuel, I think it is, Brea, who also has proven very, very fast, very consistent top-level drivers in the IGTL before. And it is, of course, all in the name of charity. So we're expecting good manners on the track as well as in chat, I suppose. Although I'd say we rarely have problems with such, so that's at least always nice.
Interesting to note, even though this is a practice session, some of the times that we are seeing here at Interlagos, which I believe is going to be race 1, as we see Bill Badder running a bit wide and getting it wrong. Best to make your mistakes in the practice session, well, before qualifying in the race, of course, so just testing the limits of the Aston Martin.
Well, actually, I'm going to have to correct you before you get any longer on that one, Abel, because qualifying is at Interlagos indeed. Race 1 is actually at Suzuka. And
okay.
And it seems that, yes, that is the only visit to Interlagos is here for a single lap in the qualifying session, so no need to practice for race pace here. It's just all out, pedal to the metal, absolutely full gas, and try to bring the best out of it. But sorry, I was actually interrupting you on something, I believe.
Oh no, that's fine. It's good that you corrected me when it did. Of course, you knowing a bit more about the event than I do. It's just interesting to note some of the times. Currently, Schosser with a 1 minute 30.3 is looking quite strong. We are not sure what tyres he's currently on at the moment. I believe it might be the mediums like everyone else, it would seem, but interesting to note his kind of pace on the Lexus.
Well, the Lexus would fit into Lagos, I believe, but of course the quality of chassis is well known as well, so wouldn't be surprised that it's just about his pace in the end.
Oh, and as soon as you mention him, he leaves the lobby.
Yep. Better not pick up any kind of curse. It's 2 commentators,
Yep,
so it's double the curse. Of course.
Huiby, is it? Is that how it's pronounced?
I think
Martin's last name, Huizen.
Huizen, yeah, that's pretty close. I think it's Huiby.
Yeah, we're currently watching him go through Sector 2 at the moment, one of the slowest sectors on the circuit. You make quite a lot of time through there. It's mainly based on mechanical grip, which these Group 3 cars have in bucket loads.
They do indeed. And it's going to be interesting. Interlagos, a lap that really allows for, if you know just how to cut every single corner, you can really throw it about. The lap, excuse me, that bodes well for 24 hours of streaming here. But I was about to say, the lap usually made in 2 points pretty much. In the Senna S, turns 1, 2, and 3, and getting that run down to turn 4 and 5. And then in the middle sector, you can really make up massive amounts of time. And that is usually where the lap is made, where it gets really technical. It's a different place to set up the car for, because you want as much top speed as humanly possible coming down the start-finish straight. And yet you still want a car that's decently, at least, able to turn through that middle sector.
Little kick of oversteer on that second hairpin from Thunderstorm we're currently watching now, making his way to the last sector going up the hill. Just had the notification that SharePlay will be stopping in 5 minutes, so it's going to be a regular feature. We're going to have to keep on resetting that every hour, but we should be getting quite efficient at that by the end of things. Think of it as a commentary booth pit stop. As well.
Yeah. Thanks for notifying me of the black bars. I saw they were there, Traels. Should have fixed it by now. Please tell me if there's anything else that we can improve upon. I hope the mic level for our man Radish, as he's called up in the graphics, is all right. We've done everything possible to louden him as much as possible. I don't think there's much more we can do in that case. But this is not the B lobby. This is a practice lobby that's happening before the other lobbies kick off. We have lobbies opening in 10 minutes time, and as mentioned earlier, we will be covering lobby A, and let me just take you through the settings, the lobby settings for the races and such. We will have some mandatory tire switches. From what I understand, the drivers, or the teams rather, are to use all compounds of tires. And only a single set of soft tires is allowed each race. So per 4-hour race, only one set of softs is allowed. That's going to make it interesting tactically as well. We're going to have tire wear times 2, fuel consumption times 1, and starting levels, fuel levels, initial fuel, as it's of course called, 50%. So we won't see drivers going insanely deep into the first stint. With that out of the way, we're edging closer towards the opening of the real lobby. And as I have to reset SharePlay anyways, I'm just gonna test out our waiting screen. I've actually found some DRM-free elevator music, which I have just queued. I'm trying to find the right level. And now it's all about resetting SharePlay. And don't worry, Jimmy, Apple is right here. Perhaps we haven't really had him getting 100% going yet, but that's good. He needs
not yet.
Needs to save it for later. Perhaps he should try coffee, the thing that always keeps me going.
Yeah, at the moment I'm fueled on cream soda and toast, so great, I suppose. It's working at the moment. Just a case of waiting for the action to really get going in the main lobby, I suppose, and saving my voice for then. I apologize in advance for the thousands of voice cracks that will probably occur, but such is life.
Such is life indeed. There you go, Jimmy. And by the way, a warm welcome, a very good afternoon to everyone tuning in. It's nice to see you, Traels. Hello, Jimmy. Can't wait to have you on board later. Aura, Maverick, nice to see you lads from the virtual live experience. Dixon, nice to have you along. Wesson as well from TX3. Round robins, the CRN lads are racing in Lobby B, and there our lobby was terminated. And we're forced to bring back 7 minutes. I'll just turn off the GT Sport music in the background. I'd rather have the elevator music. Even if we'll keep it on for 7 minutes, I think we'll be just fine. We're having the qualifying lobby about to open up. That's in, as aforementioned, 7 minutes. And should you have anything you need doing, well, I think now's a pretty good time. And it has come to my attention that we've reached 600 subscribers. Oh,
yes, lads.
That is properly cool. To whoever has subscribed, thank you so much. We do appreciate it big time. And well, that's a goal for us. It's been so for ever since we reached 500, I guess, and now that's on towards new things and 700 at some point. But thanks so much. We do appreciate it. And oh, the lobby is up, so we'll be back onto live pictures in not too long. I should just mention we're doing a new thing called likes for Murrays. We've already reached 10 likes, which means that I have dutifully put the first Murray on screen, and per 10 likes I will put up one more Murray. So as to keep it funny, I've pre-designed some collages, and I'll make sure that they unravel slowly during the stream, or depends on how quickly we can get the likes in, of course. But I hope you're gonna have fun with those as well. I've been inspired by the Murray collages of Traels of late, and got around to making some of my own. We're back. Game sound should be back on. There it is. Pictures are back on, and this is the A lobby qualifying session. Or it's not the qualifying session, but it's the lobby for the A qualifying session here at Interlagos. So interesting to see and have a look at these lap times. They will tell us a little bit more about what pace to expect for this session. But what we saw earlier, as also pointed out by Apple, the 130s, the low 30s are properly quick in the first place. Are we expecting times to go all the way down into the 29s for this session?
Yeah, it's entirely possible with these guys. Potentially also if they are allowed to use the softer compounded tyre, I'm not sure. I think Schossler may have set that climb in the other lobby on the medium. So there's still a little bit of pace left in the cars as of yet. It's fantastic seeing now that we're in the full lobby. Just the caliber of drivers as well, and the international scope as well.
The international scope indeed. Oh, we do have... I see why we have the black bars. It's because we're set at some weird... I think I have to end the stream like really quickly and do so, and then come back online. Just don't move a muscle. We'll be right back and live before you know it. But yeah, I'll fix the black bars, and it's a fresh install of Windows, that's why. But just a second.